These are randomly generated NHL players, and I will be selecting 20 of them to build my team. For today's challenge, I can only take players that have an even jersey number. After all the selections have been made, I will assemble this team on NHL 25 franchise mode and simulate with the hopes of winning a Stanley Cup. I feel like there might be quite a few rounds where we get only odds, so I'm not going to have the punishment be as intense this time. I'm going to say we get to take like a high 70 overall player instead of mid, so 78-ish. On that note, let's get started here. We start off with, should I take Coleman or Stenlund? How do you guys feel about the mammoth, by the way, and the logo? I still think some modern NHL team needs to grow a set and have purple be their primary color. Just me. I do not know what overall Stenlund is going to be, so let's go with Coleman. Yeah, here we go. Oh, that's a good one. And it's the only one we can take. Number 72 as well. Love that. I think the only jersey numbers that... Oh, no. We got one. However, I definitely would have taken either of the other two. In my playing career, I was 44... and then 88, and then 72. Show me a good player. Oh, there we go. They did show me a good player. And in fact, they're all even. That is huge for us. How about, Trocheck's really good, but no, we have to go with Vinny Roach. To be honest, we're getting kind of lucky right now. Donato. I maybe spoke a little bit too soon. The good news is we haven't had... Don't say it. Don't say it. I was just about to say we haven't had to take a high 70 overall player yet. And the randomizer... The who?
I speak broken English.
The randomizer heard me. And it was like, oh yeah? That sucks too because Jack Eichel would have been fire. But we are going to follow it up with a Boldy. So that makes up for the last round. Flying through the forwards here, we get... Okay, come on, man. This is awesome. No, we go with Tage all day. 9 forwards selected, 3 to go. And we get another 70s player. Penultimate forward. Who is it going to be? It cannot be J-Rob. It can be Strome or it can be Laferriere. We have a lot of centers already, so I'm going to go with Laferriere. Call me crazy. Last and potentially least, we are... Don't. All right, well, our fourth line is going to be all high 70s, which you know what is actually not bad because they're probably going to be listed as fourth line forwards. So when we're doing the whole scheme fit thing, they're going to buy in. We are now moving on to defensemen. What a way to start. I mean, Victor Hedman would have been sweet. But we get Morgan Rielly. Great consolation prize. We'll follow that up with... Hey, yo. Really, Quinn? Why you gotta be an odd jersey number? Well, should we go with yo? Ooh, Chalowski's looking all right, you know. Rielly is right hand... Is he? No. I believe he is left-handed. So let's go with Yoki Haru. I'm also very confused as to why it says that his team is Boston, but then the picture is the Sabres. I gotta look into that. Maybe they updated his team, but not the logo. Whatever. Who will be our next defenseman? It is gonna be Christensen. Seth Jones would have been fire. Graves would have even been nice. Started off strong with Morgan Rielly. All right, that is a very nice pickup. Sanheim, welcome aboard. 2 defensemen remaining. Seth Jones here again, just to throw it in our face. We do get Philip Broberg, the individual who was given an offer sheet. I wonder if offer sheets are going to become more of a common thing. I think we need a right-handed defenseman, but we might not have a choice. Of course. Of course you wear jersey number 5, Aaron. Oliver Shillington, it is number 58. That's an interesting one. I could be way off base here. I was going to say a lot of goaltenders wear odd jersey numbers because 31 is pretty common. I feel like 33 is somewhat common. I guess there's 32s and 30s and clearly 34. But you know what? Is it insane to take Vladar? I'm going to. Will I get roasted for that? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. What a way to finish this team. I was actually thinking about him too, because it's such a random number for a goalie, but for some reason he rocks it. It just works. Well, on that note, let's go assemble this team on National Hockey League 25 and see how we do. Here we are on NHL 25, and your Manitoba Millionaires are 89 overall in Division 3. I am sick and tired of you, Jay Brown. Edgar Hernandez, let's go. You already know the drill. I'm hands off. I would like it to be known that this team had $12 million of cap space remaining. I did not see that coming. This is weird. We have no chemistry on the first line. Definitely gonna have to talk to these guys. Our second line... Ooh. I thought the team looked way better than this, I'll be honest. I think I like this setup a little bit more. We got Donato on the second line playing with Eklund in the middle and Trocheck on the right. I know that Trocheck has better face-offs, but he's a right winger. Not excited to look at our defensive chemistry. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'll take yellow. I thought it was going to be red for sure. At least we got this guy. We're going to have to revisit some conversations, but overall, this looks way better. And actually, I was thinking I sort of want to move Blake Coleman up. We can have Donato on this line. So that way, we get the 84 overall with Eklund and Trocheck. Donato's also a center/left wing, so he's playing his primary position now. Morgan Rielly thought he was too sick, but Broberg bought in, so we got a +1 and then a 3 and a 2. Great stuff. I will say that Boldy gets the most points. He's going to have 84. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of offense, but I think we should be pretty good at keeping the puck out, so we're going to get 47 wins. Let's go. Not the greatest start, but you know what I say about that. We'll turn it around. Or we won't. The chemistry's good. There is one person on the first line that wasn't about it. It was either Tage or Barkov. I think it was Tage. And then we got to talk to Rielly. Unfortunately, Blake Coleman, I fumbled because he was down for the scheme fit, but then I said third line, and he's like, no, I want to be moved up in the lineup, which honestly, yeah, I should have done that to start with. So that's on me. We're starting to develop a pretty good record here, so maybe this team isn't half bad. Bumping up the chemistry probably helped quite a bit, to be honest with you. We are now first in the division. Whoa, didn't see that coming. Truthfully, when I looked at our roster, I sort of had the feeling of this is going to be one of those teams that I feel like should do well and is going to miss playoffs. Nope, we are killing it. The top 3 teams in our division are pretty tight with one another, and then after that, it's a decent drop-off. But actually, you know what? That 4th place team is starting to catch up. Morgan Rielly being real annoying. I've tried to talk to him, I think 4 times now, and every single time, he told me to kick rocks. Who do you think you are? Colorado Avalanche have the President's Trophy on lock. I just saw, let's see how many wins they have right here. It was nuts. They're probably already at 52? Are you kidding? And we beat them twice? Honestly, this is great news because we're going to be in the playoffs, essentially guaranteed, and we're not going to get the President's Trophy, which I don't want. 1 win in these final 3, and we break 50. Take notes, Bryson. There we go. We beat the Pity Pens, lose to Tampa Bay, who we took Vazzy from, and we lose to the Rangers. So we 50 flat. Nice. Our first round opponent is going to be the Edmonton Oilers. Stop being a little weasel. Finally, 3s across the board. What a beautiful sight. We finished 2nd in the division, 104 points, just 1 behind the Tampa Bay Lightning. Colorado had a 58 win season, 57 for the Jets, so they also played phenomenal. We were 7th in the league. We take that, and the 13th place Golden Knights, 15th place Minnesota Wild get finessed. Barkov and Tage leading the charge here with 98 points, 55 tucks from Barkov. Whoa. I feel like I've never seen him put up that many. We only got 25 goals from Boldy, but 91 points, 78 from Trocheck, 62 for Rielly, 56 for Sanheim. So we're even getting numbers from our defense. I was wrong. We did put up points. Honestly, our goaltending wasn't that good. Like, it's decent, but I expect a little bit more from you, Vazzy. Can't lie. Vladar, on the other hand, I knew I picked you for a reason. Hellebuck is the league leader, 45 wins. He had a 927. That is an insane season. Let's play a game. Cale Makar, back on top here, 113 points, 99 tucks. Adam Fox, point a game. Quinn Hughes right there as well. What happened? Hey, yo. All right. What is that? I have never seen that before. 87 goals in 82 games. He had more than a goal a game. Okay. I swear to you, I didn't touch any of the settings, like more goals, more shots, whatever. Nothing. The Edmonton Oilers look pretty Edmonton Oilery. I don't think they changed much. Defensively, they are solid. The only point of weakness they have is right here, and we got to expose it. Come on, millionaires, we got to cook. First 3 games, everybody knows the rules. The Edmonton Oilers, a very, very tough first-round opponent, but if we can take them down, that would be outstanding. You've got to beat the best if you want to be the best. We're up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? No, we cannot. If the trend continues, however, we should win this game. The Oilers would be completely disrespecting us if they broke that. Now let's disrespect them. I don't want a game 7. I'll be honest with you. If the pattern continues, real time, sim time, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets on the board. That was way too quick. Oh, okay. Well, then we're chilling. There we go. Tage Thompson gets us ahead, but Zach Hyman. Both these goaltenders playing like cheeks at the moment. First period concludes. They are doubling us in shots, but they are not doubling us on the scoreboard. Maybe I spoke too soon. Evander Kane buries one, gives the bad guys a 1-goal lead. We're also giving them a power play. All right, there we go. They are doubling. They're more than doubling us in goals. Great. And that is all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Simulate the rest of this 7-3 loss. Disgraceful.
That's a joke.
I am yet to confirm if it's even possible to win a Stanley Cup in the first season on NHL 25. The Stanley Cup final is between the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Rangers have such an interesting lineup here because they have 85 overall Chris Kreider down here on the 4th line. They have Cooley, 86 overall on the 3rd. Defensively, they are strong on the right side. Left, not so much. And tending the goal, of course, they have Igor and a solid backup too. The Tampa Bay Lightning, Gensel, Point, and Kucherov, very solid. Second line is also unreal. Yeah, Tampa Bay's offense is sick. Their defense is also no joke. Hedman, Chernak, they got Radish with McDonough, and then 84 overall JJ Moser playing with Perbix. It's good. Jonas leading the charge in the net at 80 overall, and clearly he's doing it well. One day at a time, let's see who emerges victorious and takes home the ultimate prize. It's not us, I'll tell you that for free, because we suck. Who even put us out? It was the Oilers, right? I think? Yeah. Anyway, I already forgot because I'm just blocking it out at this point. You know? I don't want to know. Your Stanley Cup champions is the New York Rangers. I guess the NHL playoffs ended way earlier than the AHL playoffs. How long are the AHL playoffs going on for here? Finally. After 10 years, the Manitoba Moose, not like, you know, I mean like the simulation time is what I'm trying to get at here. I don't know if they won 10 years ago. They probably didn't. Maybe they did. We put up offense. Eklund had 10 points. Trocheck had 10 points. So that second line was going insane. For some reason, our first line really struggled. Vasilevsky, man. What are we doing? I do not understand this game. Never will. Igor Shesterkin had a 914 en route to his Stanley Cup W. He wasn't doing it so well. He had an 894, so he was just getting carried by the offense. Kyle McCarr leads defenseman. He only played 14 games and he had 19 points. That is insane. Can't overlook Bouchard either. 14 games played, 16 points, so he's right up there. And your Conn Smythe winner, the Breadman. Well, maybe. No, he had 15 tucks. There's no way. That first line just cruised through that playoff run. Braden Point, Kucherov, Hagel, they did well, but not as well. Art combo is intact with Pappy. McCarr with the Norris, no surprises there. Marner gets the Lady Bang. Celebrini with the Calder. The Breadman does get the Conn Smythe. Hellebuck is awarded both the Vezina and the Jennings. Parayko wins the Bill Masterton. Callahan voted the Jack Adams winner. Crosby receives the Selke. Pappy with another one. And with 87 goals, Nate Dogg gets a Rocket Richard. That is still unbelievable. Here is your playoff tree. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it out of round 1. We did have a good season, but that doesn't matter. We could finish 16th, 18th and get in. I don't care how the season goes. I want that thing right there, the Stanley Cup. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. You should subscribe. Thanks. Be on the lookout for the inverse of this draft with the odd jersey numbers. I'm sure it will be finding its way to a YouTube channel near you in the near future.